naik saya punya follower tu because saya pinjam kuasa. Saya pinjam kuasa Cikgu Sidek. Pada 2020 saya dah mula menjemput Cikgu Sidek untuk join saya dalam Dr. Zara Live. Dan perkara pertama yang Cikgu Sidek minta saya, dia kata, you baca buku-buku ni. Saya melihat buku satu beg dia bagi. Saya buka, saya tak faham. Saya cakap dengan Dr. Kamarudin, awal saya, arwah juga. Dia pun meninggal after selepas Cikgu Sidek. Saya kata, Din, kita cancel, Din. Aku tak faham ni. Tak faham. Ayat demi ayat tak faham. Ya, bahasa dia begitu, ya, vocabulary yang I never used before. Ya, kita orang fizik. Jadi saya tak faham. Jadi saya kata, cancel, Din. Macam mana ni? Cakap dengan Cikgu Sidek. Kau tahu dia, Din. Aku nak tanya ni, nak ulas. Macam mana? Nak jadi moderator ni kena faham juga. Buku ni kita nak ulas. Namanya pun ulasan buku. Jadi masa tu saya memang rasa tak terbuat kat saya. Tajuk lain, berilah tajuk apa pun saya boleh. Tapi nak mengulas buku Cikgu Sidek ni, yang saya baca tak faham, saya rasa, tolong Din, tak boleh. Ya? Tetapi bila saya memikirkan, saya telah pun memberi komitmen dan Cikgu Sidek sudah pun bersetuju, maka saya kuatkan juga semangatlah. Maka bermulalah Dr. Zara Live yang setiap 2 minggu, saya terpaksa baca buku dan fahamkan dan ke udara daripada bermula bawah 100 ya. Mula-mula 50 orang, 100 orang, 200 orang sehingga towards the end tu dah memang sampai minimum 5,000 lah. 5,000 orang yang dalam live tu sendiri. Ya, yang gambar mata. So, mendapat sambutan dan Cikgu Sidek begitu bersemangat sehingga kan dalam hospital pun, saya kata, Cikgu, kita stop 2 minggu ni, Cikgu masuk hospital. Dia kata, jangan. Cikgu akan kunci pintu hospital. Dia kunci bilik dia. Dan saya tak tahu anak dia lah. Anak dia profesor juga. Yang tukang buat Zoom tu dengan saya. Ya? Saya communicate tak tahu profesor. Anak dia banyak profesor. Saya pun tak kenal mana satu. Yang tukang buat. Jadi saya begitu kagum lah dengan apa ni? Dengan Cikgu Sidek ni, gambar. Ini penuh bermakna gambar ni. Saya boleh teruskan atau boleh teruskan? Okey. Satu perkara yang saya kalau cakap dia beli semangat sikit kan. Satu perkara yang saya sangat memberi impact. I will share something yang impactful to me lah as a educator. Ya, saya pun sekarang masih lagi buat conduct, tapi mostly my workshop is on pedagogical aspect dan juga action research. Yang lain saya tak ambil dah. Saya sangat suka definition dan saya faham daripada Cikgu Sidek ni yang saya bawa sampai hari ini ke mana-mana saya pergi ceramah. Iaitu apa yang dimaksudkan dengan modal insan holistik. Modal insan dalam education kita biasa kata modal insan seimbang. Mana-mana saya pergi, contoh ke College Mara ke, saya pergi baru ni ke Institute Japan Institute, bila saya conduct workshop for pedagogy, bila saya lihat misi sekolah MRSM ke institute ke, dia akan tulis melahirkan modal insan seimbang. Semua institusi lah banyak, dia punya ultimate goal dia melahirkan modal insan seimbang. Bila saya tanya, apa yang dimaksudkan seimbang ni? Seimbang macam mana? Ramai juga cikgu-cikgu yang tak boleh explain seimbang daripada segi mana. Tapi dalam falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan, kita menyatakan seimbang ini seimbang daripada segi jeri, jasmani, emosi, rohani dan juga intelek. Ya. Tetapi saya sangat suka kepada approach penerangan Cikgu Sidek yang sampai hari ini saya bawa lah. Di mana dia kata modal insan yang cemerlang ni, yang seimbang ni, dia sebut perkataannya duniawi dan juga ukhrawi. Ya. Satu lagi key idea yang disebut, yang sebelum ni saya tak tahu, iaitu modal insan holistik ni seorang individu manusia yang boleh mengurus diri dia, fardu ain, Kata cikgu, saya sebenarnya tak boleh sebut fardu ain ni, tak sebut juga. Dan juga orang yang boleh mengurus sistem fardu kifayah. Mula-mula saya baca, saya tak faham apa yang dimaksudkan mengurus diri dengan mengurus sistem ni. Okey? Contoh mengurus diri ni, macam kalau orang tu dia boleh mengurus diri ni, maksudnya dia boleh ada sifat-sifat mahmudah tu lah. Ya? Dari segi takwa dia, iman dia, rajin dia, sehingga dia tidak melibatkan diri dengan perkara-perkara negatif lah. Dia menjadi seorang insan yang boleh manage diri dia tu. Okay? Tetapi yang lebih penting bukan sekadar itu sahaja, kata cikgu. Orang yang boleh mengurus sistem ni ialah orang yang berjaya, contoh dalam segi bisnes dia. Membuat, katalah, dia menghasilkan satu perniagaan yang besar, yang boleh ada cawangan-cawangan. Dia boleh menguruskan dia punya universiti, sistem sekolah pendidikan dia. Dia boleh membina satu. Kenapa? Sebab dia boleh memberi manfaat kepada orang lain. Orang yang boleh mengurus sistem ni, orang yang boleh solve problem, dan dia boleh beri benefit, contribute to the people. Lebih ramai orang. That is the definition of mengurus sistem. Sebab ketika kami berbincang, saya lebih banyak secara verbal dengan Cikgu Sidek. Dia kata, kalau ada orang lah, anaknya tu ambil syariah contoh, ya, ambil hufaz, ya, ambil bidang agama lah. Ultimate goal dia, anak saya ni pandai membaca doa, pandai berdoa. Cikgu Sidek kata, that's not enough. Dia kata, ramai dah orang berdoa, cantik-cantik. Ramai dah orang berdoa, that's not enough. Bukan itu ultimate goal dia. Okay? Saya bila saya mendengar Cikgu Sidek punya explanation ni, saya melihat, ya, macam dulu fikiran saya nak anak saya ni kerja kerajaan. Tapi bila anak saya resign kerja kerajaan, dia buat bisnes sendiri, saya macam masa tu saya tak confident. Tapi saya melihat anak saya bercerita dengan Cikgu Sidek. Cikgu Sidek minta sebenarnya nak jumpa anak saya. Bila Cikgu Sidek meninggal, saya beritahu anak saya, sebenarnya Cikgu Sidek nak jumpa. Anak saya nama Zaim lah. Kenapa ibu tak cakap, dia kata. Dia minat tu, Cikgu Sidek, dia kata. Tapi saya tak sempat nak bawa. Pasal macam tu saya pergi travel dan sebagainya. Sebab anak saya ni, dia sebagai saya beri contoh lah, tenang. Contoh orang susah, contoh anak saya sendiri senang. Ya? Dia ambil, saya memang hantar dia daripada sekolah kecil sampai sekolah menengah, sekolah agama. Dan saya pun tak nak hantar dia ke negara-negara barat macam saya dulu. Saya hantar dia ke Timur Tengah lah. Saya kata kalau boleh, sebab saya ni tak boleh bahasa Arab. Kan rasa pincang, saya belajar kat Kanada. Okay? Jadi saya hantar dia ke Timur Tengah, jadi balik bidang syariah. Dia ambil master pun dalam bidang bisnes. Ya. Tetapi apa yang dibuat adalah dia membina satu bisnes yang mana dia punya klinik tu sudah mempunyai 15 branches. Dia create satu perniagaan yang telah memberi pekerjaan kepada ramai doktor-doktor yang tidak diserap oleh kerajaan. Kan? Dan dia telah membantu ramai doktor-doktor untuk memiliki premis-premis. Dia kata premis-premis yang tempat-tempat strategik yang mungkin kalau orang biasa mungkin tak boleh memiliki. Bila saya lihat ini yang kita katakan modal insan yang holistik ini bukan saja dia boleh berjaya sifat-sifat mahmudah, tapi dia boleh membangunkan sistem. Contohnya bisnes. Itu yang Cikgu Sidek nak sebenarnya. Cikgu Sidek nak more than that. Dia nak orang-orang yang agama ni dia profesional juga dalam bidang selain daripada agama. Contohnya bisnes. Itu yang Cikgu Sidek nak. So benda-benda ni yang saya sampaikan. Bila saya ceramahkan seimbang apa? Ya? Itu yang dalam ministry sekarang kita buat deep learning. Kita nak orang yang boleh solve problem, critical thinking, create opportunity, create satu sistem, satu perniagaan supaya boleh contribute back to the people. Itu saya rasa idea Cikgu Sidek yang banyak saya bawa dalam education supaya cikgu-cikgu faham apa yang dikatakan modal insan holistik ini, duniawi, ukhrawi ini. Mengurus diri, mengurus sistem supaya cikgu faham ya apa sebenarnya yang kita nak capai. Sampai situ dulu pun banyak sangat tadi kita macam ceramah lah. Kita satu lagi kot. Itu yang pertama. Next. Okay. Satu lagi yang saya cukup saya banyak guna. Ini yang high impact pada saya. Sebenarnya ada banyak lagi saya nak sebut. Dia punya istilah pun saya tak apa nak mahir nak sebut. Kena rujuk buku. Kalau rujuk buku saya boleh ulang macam-macam. Tapi di forum ni dia semua bercakap. Dia kata tak boleh sembang je. Dia kata sembang santai saja macam formal je kan. Okay. Konsep macam mana kita nak memperkasa sistem pendidikan ni. Definisi negara maju. Cikgu Sidek punya perspektif. Biasanya sekolah maju ke, kita tengoklah. Ya? Dia, Cikgu Sidek kata, always start from home. Lepas tu, tengok. Kita boleh terpakai dia, tengok pada negara. Bila biasanya, Cikgu Sidek selalu kata, dulu dia kata, orang Barat melihat, belajar daripada orang Islam ni. Dia kata. Masa zaman Andalusia tu, orang Barat menuntut dengan orang Islam. Dan dia translate semua bahan-bahan sains-sains teknologi apa semua daripada Andalusia ke bahasa Latin, Hebrew dan macam-macam bawa sehingga tercetusnya revolusi industri. Kata cikgu, dia beritahu saya. Okay? Sekarang ni kita pula nak melihat. Itu yang menjadi pemikiran yang tak kena ni sebab kita tak nak melihat kemajuan itu hanya sekadar luaran. Jadi kata bukan di segi majunya, di segi telecommunication dia, bangunan yang mencakar langit. Bukan itu. Bukan itu yang dikatakan maju. Ya, boleh kita tengok next slide. Tetapi ya, dia kata maju. Itu yang kita kata mengurus diri. Dia mengurus diri itu tak settle lagi lah. Maknanya bila orang tak ada agama ni, ya, bila dia sudah bincang dari segi adab dia, sekarang ni liberal dengan LGBT dan sebagainya, ini sebenarnya yang tak settle. Ramai bunuh diri, masalah sosial sekarang ni, orang tak nak kahwin, orang tak ada anak. Ini sebenarnya menunjukkan kita sebenarnya belum maju lagi lah. Ya. So itu ke mana-mana lah. Ya. Sebenarnya ini walaupun idea cukup besar, kita boleh apply dalam konteks yang kecil juga. Macam mana yang dikatakan, macam mana kita nak kembali supaya negara kita ni, sistem kita ni, pendidikan kita ni, orang boleh belajar from us. Okay? Dia kata, nombor satu, back to basics, kita nak kita punya modal insan, yang ialah sistem education kita ni nak melahirkan manusia yang macam mana. Nombor satu yang macam saya ceritakan tadi, holistik itu, boleh mengurus diri, mengurus sistem. Yang kedua dia kata, support from the kepimpinan dengan ulama dan umarak ni, kepimpinan dan ulama lah. Zaman-zaman dulu orang ulama-ulama ni mereka inilah ahli-ahli sains dan teknologi. Macam Ibn Sina, Al-Khawarizm tu, mereka adalah ulama dan juga ahli teknologi. Itu yang Cikgu Sidek ni propose. Kita tak nak orang yang ulama-ulama ni segi agama sahaja. Dia mesti juga, walaupun dia kata bukanlah sains teknologi itu matlamat, kata cikgu. Dia adalah alat untuk kita capai kemajuan tu. Bukan ultimate goal, cikgu mesti kata. Ya. Dan antara kekuatan Cikgu Sidek ni adalah beliau sangat hebat, ya. Al-Marhum sangat hebat dari segi penulisan. Dia kata kalau kita pendidikan nak berjaya, negara nak berjaya, mesti banyak orang-orang menulis ni. Ini saya rasa satu cabaran kepada kita pendidik. So, pendidik dia kadang-kadang, dah cikgu dah menulis. Tak nak dah menulis. Sebab saya masih lagi promote kajian tindakan ini. Sebab kita nak daripada serendah-rendah, cikgu sekolah rendah ke, cikgu sekolah menengah ke, universiti ke, kena menulis. Kalau kita lihat di zaman Andalusia dululah, mereka melahirkan ramai orang yang umur 40 dah tinggalkan beratus-ratus kitab untuk dirujuk sampai hari ini. Yang ini kurang dalam kalangan kita pendidik. Okay? Jadi saya harap cikgu legacy ni, buku-bukunya ni pun dah ada di dalam talian saya rasa. Okay? Ini memberi inspirasi lah. Kalau kita nak dapat negara maju ni, mesti tadabbur itu, kata cikgu. Ya? Pengkaryaan itu mesti banyak melimpah luah. Macam mana kita nak promote ni? Jangan nak bantu orang supaya menulis ya. Dan juga kita kena sifat terbuka. Sebab banyak juga ilmu-ilmu ni daripada orang luar, daripada tamadun lain, daripada negara lain. We should be open. Mana yang baik, macam mana kita nak gunakan daripada ilmu-ilmu yang daripada mungkin bukan daripada Islam juga. Yang mana kita manfaat, kita boleh manfaatkan. Okay, next. Apa lagi? Satu lagi idea yang saya selalu sebut dalam ceramah-ceramah saya adalah ulul albab ini. Saya kata ada pakar kat sini, saya tak pasti cerita lah. Tapi apa yang saya selalu gunakan, sebelum ni saya tak pernah guna perkataan akliyah, nakliyah, tak pernah guna. Sejak saya berkenalan dengan Cikgu Sidek, saya mengendalikan kita punya live. Pada awal-awal live tu, saya agak takut nak membuat ulasan. Saya perhatikan bila saya tengok balik, bila saya dah agak comfortable, saya dapat idea Cikgu Sidek, saya semakin hari semakin berani beritahu Cikgu Sidek, cikgu, boleh tak saya jawab soalan-soalan ni? Cikgu tolong komen. Dan saya pula dengan bantuan Cikgu Sidek, Cikgu Sidek observe all the question from the viewers. Banyak ribuan viewers. Dan saya beranikan dirilah. So I appreciate so much the experience. Saya banyak daripada Cikgu Sidek punya the thinking, saya kupas supaya masuk dalam konteks cikgu lah. So saya nampak cikgu-cikgu banyak sebenarnya dapat manfaat daripada idea Cikgu Sidek. Okay, ini yang saya selalu dekat Cikgu Sidek. Di negara-negara bukan Islam, dia sekadar ilmu rasionalisasi sahaja. Macam contoh, saya bercakap dengan seorang yang free thinker lah, yang tak percaya Tuhan lah, yang dalam bas kita punya tour guide. Dia kata, you tak kahwin ke? Macam mana you mau kahwin? Dia kata, in English lah kan. Macam mana nak kahwin? Dia kata, saya sekarang satu orang pun tak boleh makan. Cukup, dia kata. Sini dekat Korea, dia kata cukup tinggi. Kalau saya kahwin, dia kira ikut matematik. Kalau ada anak, impossible, dia kata. Impossible, tak boleh. Dekat sini menunjukkan kita tak ada faktor iman tu lah, nakliyah tu. Rezeki, benda-benda yang lain tu, bila tak percaya, itu jadi rosak. Jadi rosak kita punya institusi keluarga dan sebagainya. Itu yang Cikgu Sidek bercakap tentang horizontal dan juga menegakkan hablum minan nas, hablum minallah tu. Okay, yang ulul albab tu di mana? Saya tak pernah tengok lah macam mana sekolah ulul albab, tapi ini yang dikemukakan supaya kita tak pisahkan. Selalu di sekolah, kalau cerita agama ni, ustaz saja. Kalau cikgu fizik macam saya ni, cerita fizik sajalah. All the mathematics. Ini yang Cikgu Sidek memberi teguran lah. Okay? So kita contohnya dia kata, kalau kita ajar tentang air, H2O, itu segi ilmunya lah. Dia punya technical science dia lah. Tapi dari segi nakliyah je, kita bisa cakap air ni Allah jadikan. Allah jadikan untuk keperluan tumbuhan, manusia, memberi manfaat. Satu lagi idea yang saya selalu gunakan dalam ceramah saya, untuk kita introduce the concept of akliyah dan nakliyah ini. Saya selalu cerita dalam ceramah saya, bayangkan Cikgu Sidek kata, jalan raya yang hebat, dia kata. Semua ada signage, batu-batu yang cantik, macam mana very high tech punya jalan raya. Adakah pelanggaran? Cikgu tanya saya. Ada. Still ada accident. Still ada accident. Tapi dia kata kalau kita mendongak ke langit, melihat planet-planet, yang bintang-bintang yang punya kelajuan yang tinggi, saya faham lah, saya orang fizik. Kan? Dulu tak ada pula saya ngajar gitu. Insaf juga kan? Lambat pun Cikgu Sidek. Dia kata, adakah pelanggaran? Tak ada pelanggaran satu pun. Perfect. Itulah kita introduce konsep ketuhanan. Saya rasakan, bila saya dulu kita tak pernah kita tahu macam mana kita nak studi kita dapat A fizik. Agama itu, itu macam jadi sekular lah pula. Kan? Ini pendidikan ulul albab ni, sejak daripada kita pendidik itu, mesti kita masukkan elemen akliyah dan nakliyah. Sebelum ini saya tak pernah sebut pun. Saya rasa dua tahun terakhir, bersama Cikgu Sidek, dia banyak menukar benda saya dan cara ceramah saya pun berbeza. Ya, penuh perasaan. Suara pun jadi tak sedap. Kalau sedap ke suara? Okay, ini yang kebimbangan. Kebimbangan Cikgu Sidek ya. Cikgu Sidek bimbang ya. Fahaman ini menyebabkan ya, dia kata penjajahan baru yang memberi kesan kepada pola berfikir dan kehidupan orang Islam lah. Okey? Dia nak ya, tak terus maju, aspek etika dan nilai sifatnya duniawi dan ukhrawi ya, dia bimbang, terabai, menyebabkan peilmuan dan pendidikan menjadi tidak seimbang dan pemberatan kepada faktor duniawi lah. Saya kata situ dulu, ya situ dulu, saya sambung kemudian. Biar saya tenang sekejap.
I can understand because I experienced the same thing too. I can resonate with what she has mentioned because I was also a teacher for 13 years before I was his student. Yeah, and I did not fully understand the concept of, especially internalization of knowledge and Islamization of knowledge. Memang dah dengar tu baru faham. And rasa, ya Allah, moga Allah, ampun dosa kami pendidik yang tak sampaikan. Yang memang I can vividly recall when I was in his class, macam mana dia explain in a very santai, bersahaja, okay, tapi mendalam. Macam Mbak kata, anak tadi air dan asap, mengalir, menyegarkan, at the same time meresap. Just to summarize a bit, Dr. Zala mentioned about among his ideas are the development of holistic human model, okay, the importance of empowering and strengthening the education system, and also his model of education of Ulul Alba. And with that, I would like to invite Dr. Jody. Okay.
Cerita.
Ali, one of Singapore, then also Dr. Harold, the leader of the sources regarding crossing the Bible, the family, Alhamdulillah, selamat datang Pak, and all lecturers and students. Hopefully, this is one of the tagline in our life. Be teachers, be educators. Hopefully, once we leave this temporary world, but our knowledge is beneficial and we got the reward of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala when we are in the barzakh, inshallah. So thank you. We take on money and to Professor Dr. Spina, the Dean of Education and all working committee. So actually, I was given the honor to talk about Dr. Ibamu. Actually, the first time I met him was in 1995. That was in London and also in Birmingham, in the MISG gathering. Malaysian Islamic Study Group, MISG, and on the way to Edinburgh, Wales. This was the first time I met him. Because in England, we are so close to each other. It's like brothers and sisters, even we are some from Johor, some from Kelantan, some from Perak, some from Perlis, we are like brothers, especially during Hari Raya. Okay, so I always do the open house. And most of them, 90%, I did not recognize them. From this year, Alhamdulillah, this is how close to them. And so since we are far from our motherland here, so when we are traveling, so we are getting close to each other. This is the sunnah of the ulama actually in their journey of life. Kalau Perbuh Kota Melaka paling jauh hamba dirikan. Kalau sungguh bagai dikata badan dan nyawa hamba hadirkan. Yang kuning itu yang merah itu saya. Yang cantik itu bukan ini. Yang indah itu bahasa. There's always been mentioned by Prophet Muhammad in his speech. Brunei, all Malaysia, including UK and Singapore, there is the famous pantun, how the commitment of ourselves, how we should sacrifice to make sure the Ummah is survived. Especially, we was talking about the Malay world. So it's synonym between Malay and Islam, Islam and Malay in this festival. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Walillahi mulku samawati wal ardh wallahu ala kulli syai'in qadir. Inna fi khalqis samawati wal ardh wa ikhtilafil laili wan nahar ayatin min. This is the dua which is recited by him. Alladhina yazkurullaha qiyaman wa qu'udan wa 'ala junubihim wa yatafakkaruna fi khalqis samawati wal ardh. This is the dua. Rabbana ma khalaqta hadha batila subhanaka wa qina adhaban. This is what he always recited in front of us. For me, for example, like me, from London to Birmingham, Birmingham to Wales, when looked upon a very beautiful study around UK, he always recited his dua. From, for example, mentioned by Dr. Zala just now, from Terminal 2 to Singapore, he always talk about education. He should always talk about knowledge, nothing nonsense. Okay? So it's like walking knowledge. Okay, and actually he walked the talk. Okay, actually I was given very short time. I prepared this time for 2 months as if because Dr. Hassan asked me to inform me for missed 2 months ago. I prepared in 2 months. I only wanted about 12 minutes. This is my presentation, inshallah. Dr. Naza, I feel like you is it for me? Okay, these are the content, inshallah. So, first of all, I would like to thank my resource person, Professor Sidek. I did some minor or mini research. Prof. Azizi, Miss Prof. Azizi, Sohaib Samaha, is he here? He's one of these person. He did a lot of evidence based on his experience. Haji Bakar, Dr. Haji Bakar, Brunei, Dr. Shakil, Brunei, Dr. Wahji Jakarta, Haji Jakarta, which is supervisor of Dr. Azam, and also Dr. Farul Rahimi. I made sure to talk to them, including Dr. Farul Rahimi, okay? Okay, that's still survive because what happened now is 1,000 plus his days, 4,000 kilometers, okay? Also, this is mentioned by just now by Prof. Khairul Azami about the family. Okay, so we can say that we can conclude this. So, Prof. Sidek bubble from B40. Okay, from B40, this is based on the sex situation. So, born in 1946 and then domicile in 2022, about 70 plus. Okay, so from beginning, from the bottom. Yeah. So he could not continue the after SPM, but he has to take the STPM or 6 by means in accessible private career. Okay, because that's going the way to university. So mentioned by also the staff Dr. Hazmi. So the blue one is his son actually. Okay, so from 8 of them, 6 alumni. So from here, we can take the lesson that from B40, okay, from Sidek Baba, from B40, we managed to enhance the family to not M40, but T20. T40, not jump to T20, this paradigm shift from B40 to 20, B means T20. So I think of you, the students here, now you are, when I ask them, how many of your father or mother having masters or PhD or first degree? Only 30%. Means 70% are from B40, like me from B40. Okay, so we have to be really a jump, a shift from B40 to T20. It was being done by our Prof. Sidek Baba. Okay, thank you very much. So don't forget, behind the success of the husband, there is one very committed, lovely wife. Is that in Ajarani I like to call her Kani, inshallah. Don't forget husband here, Dr. Azam. Okay, his success is his wife behind him. Sometimes nowadays, not only behind him, but for Dr. Azam, the wife is in front of him. Now, this is also actually Dr. Azami told me, not only their children, not only children of Sidek Baba, but his in-law being encouraged to what? To pursue study at least to master's level. At least see all that. The green one is their spouses. Okay, the blue one is the anak, children, and the green one is spouse. All got masters. And masters in what? In engineering. Okay. Okay, all of you here, especially students. So make sure you have good plan with your future husband or your future wife. Okay, some got 8, approximately got 8 children. So you plan for Brother Shakirin, 10 children, inshallah. The master student. Okay. Now the principle here, help your children to help you in the future. Help your student now to help you in the future. This is the concept, the principle of Sidek Baba. So we have not everyone. I would like to say, I'm helping you now to make sure you achieve the level or achieve the goal that you are trying to achieve now. Maybe bachelor, maybe master or PhD in the future. But maybe nowadays I'm in front of you. Maybe 2, 3 years, 10 years to come, you are here. My grandchildren over there, inshallah. This is what realization. Okay, now this is the principle. And then so personality. Okay, this is personality, family, or this one. I don't want to discuss all this. Yes, you know. But here, the tagline here, the first one is Islamization. The second one is Adab, and the third one futuristic. And his principle of life, I showed the gambar, yeah, the photo below that. He is the one who never confront people, especially the Umara. It's very good to Tun Mahathir, Datuk Najib, Datuk Sri Anwar, all the prime ministers, not the ministers, the prime ministers. He managed and he managed to talk to one in their office, being invited by the prime minister. What is in his mind to develop Malaysia, to develop Muslim, to develop Islam, to develop especially the Malays in Malaysia. Okay, one-to-one discussion. This is his strength actually. Okay, so never confront the Umara. So must be together between ulama and Umar. This is his principle. Okay, and then so this is 7M. I think Prof. Somehow Azizi conclude Sidek Baba as the highest one, Mujadid. He is what? Educator, but transformational educator. So your brothers and sisters and teachers, the lowest one is Mudaris, Rabbi, Muadib, Mu'alim, Murshid, Mujtahid, and Mujadid. He is the transformational educator of Prof. Sidek Baba, inshallah. Okay, so this is the profession, 18 years, and then all those things. Okay, they want to discuss that this one. So this is actually the responsibility of academician. 7P. Teaching, supervision, research, administration, publication for NCSI. He said what? This is the responsibility of a lecturer, of academician, or 7P, pengajaran, penyiar, all those things. Okay? And then, so, this not, of course, it's not dissemination of knowledge, but the niche here is what? Integrating Islamic principle into modern education. Integrating, as mentioned now, traditional education founded by ulama, even earlier by Sahabah, by Rasulullah SAW, which being classified as traditional education, okay, and combined with contemporary education. That's why his principle, even now in digitalization era, okay, technology is not the aim forever. Technology is what? Is the mean. You have our aim. We have the clear we have our clear aim. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We try to God Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala redha. Okay, and then everything behind that is only beside it, only a mean. Now, so this is the thought I will need. Now, so our perception on Islam is holistic. Mr. Benito Zela. Okay, that is why holistic is perfect. I mean, shape is round because round shape is a perfect and dynamic shape. For example, you go up the hill, you throw a ball, round ball, it will roll to the foothill. But when it's, for example, rectangular or square object, you throw, it won't move. Okay, so become dynamic. Now here, this is what? This is the perception of conventional worldview regarding the world now. And they divided the world, the activities now into three sections: politics, economic, social. Okay, so now in Islam, this is what? This become the what? This is become the creed, the belief, and the practice of the people worldwide. Now, what Islam? Okay, Islam is what? Everything should be engulfed in Islam. Islam is what is the greatest. Islam is not a part of the, what is not a part of social, it's not a part of culture. Okay? Now, this is the concept of Nazim, and then that's why from this principle, from this concept, then only we can realize, we can know wala tahinu, wala tahzanu, wa antumul a'launa in kuntum mu'minin. Okay? Okay? Don't be rejected. Don't no grief. You are the utmost if you are the believers. And in these believers mean you have to know about Islam in holistic dimension. Now, this is number 6, integration. It's not mentioned to you. Integration of Islamic and contemporary knowledge. We don't reject all the knowledge from what? From the West. Because in 1980s, when computer was introduced, most of the religious school, pondok, tolak, reject all the computer. Why? This is manufactured by Yahudi. We are supporting the Yahudi. That's the one. That's their dimension. That's their worldview. But for us, it's nothing wrong with the computer. Anything not against Islam, regardless of the origin, is Islamic, accepted by Islam. So what's the most important here? What? Computer is computer. The content, what? That content should be what? Should we develop the content? We have open. Okay. So this is our role actually here. Brothers and sisters, we have to develop more program, Islamic program to develop to more the Islamic or our Muslim mentality. And then, so these are the objectives we covered on meeting being done by Prophet Bubble. And this one is the planning from the beginning, from the niat must be lillahi ta'ala. And then, okay, the nature of the thing also must be halal, and then must be according to the Sharia, and also anything we do must be beneficial. It's not, for example, journey from London, Birmingham, Wales, you talk about all everything beneficial, all everything talk about knowledge. Okay, the flight from where? From LIA to Singapore, and from LIA again to Kota Baru, and together with him doing a research on Ul Alba from KL to Kemenching, MRSM, and Kota Putra, Terengganu, and also Perpawatas, MRSM, doing research on Ul Alba, spiritual brothers and sisters. I interview the student. When did you memorize the whole 30 juz of Quran? I interview the Form 4 student. You see what? From Form 1 to Form 3. Memorize the 30 juz. See, the brilliant student can easily memorize Quran, can easily score SPM. That's why I would like to advise here, brothers and sisters here, those fathers and mother maybe have established a pondok or school. Okay, let them give chance the student to continuously to SPM. Okay, and then is the holistic. Okay, he always emphasize on akhlaq. What we can see the attitude or the akidah, the sharia for individual or community is based on their akhlaq. Akhlaq is like what? Akhlaq is a fruit of a tree. If tree without fruit, that means what? Okay, this what? That is like people who are knowledgeable or of knowledge, for example, but no akhlaq. People will look upon them. Okay, so akhlaq is the most important here. We always talk about akhlaq, and the word is adab there. From the word adab, the root word is adab, so it becomes peradaban. So it means the civilization must be founded with akhlaq, with adab. It's no adab, it's no civilization. Okay, this is Jerisa, Dr. Zeva. Jadi kita ada sah lagi. Okay, this is Jerisa. Not only emphasizing on 4 aspects of Jerry, jasmani, emosi, physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual. We have another 3 components actually. When we review the work, the philosophy of education, there are 7 important components. But unfortunately, the other 3 SAH is not right. It's up to the teacher to contemplate that. But it's written there. So we have to add SAH. Now, okay, so intellectuality and is critical thinking. So the principle of critical thinking here, what mentioned to us, you must start from husnuzan. Okay, you must start from husnuzan. You start from husnuzan. After critical thinking, become creative thinking, and then after creative, become innovative, and then after that, innovative. So, if, for example, you start from negative, also it becomes critical, it becomes creative, it becomes innovative. But if you start from negative, it becomes what? Critically negative, creatively negative, innovatively negative, it becomes destructive. But when you start from positive, so become what? Critically positive, and then creatively positive, innovatively positive and you become constructive. Simple as that. Inshallah, this is his formula. Okay, those critical thinking must come to the decision making. That decision making must come to the problem solving. Okay, this is idea. Okay, publication. This publication we can see there. Okay, all Islam there. All Islam. Okay, this is the first or niche of Sidek Baba. Okay, Remaja Islam, or everything here about Islam. And then here, the CSR, as mentioned to you, also mentioned by Prof. Hairul Azami just now, is commitment in community. From the Prime Minister's department to what? To the kampung. So this is involvement. This is involvement actually. Okay. And then patriotism. He said that we are teachers, we are lecturers, we are, he said, professors, we are da'i. When we say da'i, just like knowledge, it's across everything. It's across ethnicity. It's across political party. It's across nation. It's across the world. That is the nature of a da'i. Okay? So we don't have to choose either part. Okay? Maybe green flag or yellow flag or red flag. So for us, da'i, everything is cross. For example, like here, I am here. So some from different fathers or family background, but since you are here, you are under one umbrella, under one roof, under one destination. So da'i here, educator, ukhuwah, friendship, and cultivation, as mentioned to you, never confront umara or confront. Now, this is what discloses patriotism. Okay. With the Mahdi and with Datuk PNX. It's supposed to be Dr. Wajidi should come here. Okay, so this is what the some urus diri. You have to manage yourself. Once you can manage yourself, then only you can manage system. It is how it's involved in what? In designing this university. In center is the masjid, astronomy, lectures, and kuliah, administration, and for that, behind there all the students. Okay, this concept of self. And then internationalization, or last one, you have to see the last one here. Yeah, journey of knowledge and virtue. He went to China, America, Canada, UK, everything. But our is quite, not to say sad, our student. 4 years here in Quran, our student completed his bachelor or her bachelor. He managed to travel from Mariam Quran, Bilal Quran, Salahuddin Quran, 4 years. So you are what? You are not following the sunnah or deed of the ulama. Okay? If you try to manage that. For example, my first year in England, we must go from London, master. And then, while doing my PhD, go around Europe, France, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, okay, around the world. Then to Turkey, Korea, Saudi, South Asia. Okay, cover those, inshallah. Okay, yes, right. Then we are following the journey of the life of the ulama, inshallah. Travel from the world to get more knowledge and experience. Okay, and then so we are ambassador Khalifah. Okay, again, so yeah, this is dimension we always emphasize by him. So when we follow the Western dimension, Western worldview, see Islam in very small position. The purple Islam. Okay, and then on the purple is region. And then go to the brown, equivalent to Islam. So it means if the yellow one is the level one, okay, and then yellow one is level one, and then the purple is level two, and then what? So the brown become level 3 or 4. So when they see Islam very small, in level 4, just equivalent to transport like buses or like lorry or buses, which is not relevant to their life. Okay, there is a Western perspective. But for us, this is Islamic perspective. Okay, this is what
because it's like the emergence of many isms, which not only become their understanding, but become religion to most of the people. Communism, nationalism, everything, all the isms created by human become religion. Okay, and then so this Islam, we have to anchor everything in Islam, and then so just now, how is this always highlighted by Sidek Baba? Okay, mention about the inventors, early inventor of Muslim scholars. Okay, I don't think on this one. What we can see here, one scholars, they are specialized in many areas. Okay, not only one scholar in one area. Okay, to Miss Mo, Dr. Nazar, leadership, we can categorize it as we have wise leadership, digital leadership. And so, penutup dia, thank you very much, Nazar. Okay, last one. Okay, last one tutup dia. Okay, now, the last one. So, now we are here. This is what. Okay, this is what the measure. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Don't die be every non-Muslim. Okay, penutup dia. So, this is unity. The buaya will gain from our this unity. This is possible whatever challenges we have to face. Either this one buaya darat or buaya sungai. We have to face challenges, and here the technology is forever technology, and we are zebra here. We have our definition. The challenges behind us, whether you are safe or not, is up to our skill, knowledge, and our skill to save ourselves. So teruskan perjuangan. We are over here, never give up in our lives. So thank you very much. Yeah. Finally, I can conclude Prof. Sidek Baba, Islamic scholar, Prof. Sidek Baba, the first tagline, Islamization, second integration, third adab, fourth professional, fifth integrity, sixth internationalization, and very futuristic. Okay? So one more thing I think I forgot is one, sorry. Last one, sorry, sekali. Pada tinggal saya, apa ni maaf ya. This is very important. Here, way forward actually. This is wasiat. This is wasiat from Dr. Sidek Baba regarding Ulul Albab. Okay, for our research in Ulul Albab for MRSM. Okay, so what he intends to do is actually here in IIUM, we pioneer to produce from a Darul Quran, they have peace of diffusal, and then come here to pursue professional courses. With 30 years old, we stream them through engineering, medicine, pharmacy, little bit on in ARK. So, hoping that okay, at the end of their bachelors, they will get bachelor medicine al-Hafiz, bachelor engineering al-Hafiz, bachelor medicine English al-Hafiz from Quran. Another bachelor guidance and counseling also al-Hafiz. This is his intention to do. And actually, I have submitted a paper with eight engineers actually to the Deputy Prime Minister before COVID. Actually, I submitted the paper to develop USAM. It's cost about 1 billion. Okay, the idea is not implemented. It's not physically, but the idea now under implementation by UNITEC University. Now UNITEC is the host and cooperated with university, including IIM, to produce this one. After this at the end. So it's the idea of Prof. Baba is there. So inshallah, we try to make it or we try to institutionalize it, inshallah. So thank you much, Dr. Nazar, and taking your time all the time. So the best of the Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So inshallah, we get the blessing from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. We always pray for Allah Subhanahu wa Taala that we, our generation, also especially our beloved Prof. Baba, we blessed in the hereafter into the world to serve in the hereafter. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much to walking down the memory lane, okay? And with his very impressive slides with all the details, then bagi kami yang lecturer baru. There are about 10, 12 to 15 of us in this kuliah. I think yang agak senior macam saya, Dr. Maria pun sempat dengan Prof. Sidek Baba. Tapi mungkin yang baru-baru tu, this is a good introduction lah, a deep introduction into his life. And as we get to know about his ideas and his family members, okay, the background of his family members, current anak cucu semua kan, memang we can say that he really walked the talk. He had really walked the talk. Okay? Really an inspiration for all of us. Okay. Sebenarnya forum saya ada Q&A tapi kita tak sempat, and I think we have selected the best two people to really enlighten us about Allahyarham Prof. Datuk Dr. Sidek Baba. Cuma Dr. Zailah ada sedikit nak cakap pesanan arwah pada Dr. Zailah. Silakan Dr. Zailah, we have about 2 minutes. If you don't mind.
Banyak sebenarnya pesanan, ada dua lah yang I apply my everyday life. Nombor satu, Cikgu Sidek pesan, dia kata, in whatever you do, sekarang ni kalau kita mengajar, ya, dia kata mesti mendidik lah. Nombor satu yang saya pegang, yang saya apply sehingga hari ini, I'm no longer teaching, I'm not in business, okay. Lepas 35 years in teaching, I explore pula business opportunity, itu pun secara rezeki lah ya. Satu, dia kata must always remember, kita mesti macam mana kita nak create God conscious. Ini ya satu pesanan dia. Mendidik tu bukan setakat mengajar, dia kata. Yang penting macam mana kita nak mendidik God conscious ni. So saya dalam kehidupan saya lah, sekarang ni saya banyak mengajar tentang bisnes, produk yang saya jual lah. Ya, contoh, saya asalnya sakit kaki puncanya. Lepas saya pension, I retire awal, saya ada masalah kaki. Saya went overseas, saya jumpa seorang yang introduce saya satu seluar kesihatan. Okay? Saya bidang physics, when I research about the pens, when the pens work for me, saya research, saya dapati rupanya ini ada far infrared. Bila saya research lagi, dan saya nampak bila saya explain tentang far infrared ini kepada orang ramai, saya selalu, kalau saya ingat pesan Cikgu Sidek, always remember about macam mana kita nak create God conscious. Saya selalu kata, Allah jadikan batu ni Allah jadikan memang ada gelombang, dipanggil far infrared. Okay? Saya mengiktiraf teknologi Jepun, dia punya nano teknologi yang advanced, di mana boleh pecahkan batu sehingga saiz 0.3 mikron. Ini satu-satu ilmu yang kita iktiraf. Dan boleh masuk dalam benang, yang benang ni dijadikan kain, kain ini boleh beri manfaat kepada ramai manusia. Okay? Jadi saya selalu kata, kenapa far infrared ni penting? Allah jadikan, saya selalu sebut, Allah jadikan manusia ini, ya, di mana badan kita ni boleh self healing, dengan syarat badan kita ni darah mengalir dengan lancar. Allah jadikan manusia ni begini. Dia bukan macam kereta kalau rosak kena hantar repair. Allah jadikan manusia, dia boleh membaik pulih secara semula jadi. So, setiap pesanan pesanan Cikgu Sidek ini, kalau dulu sebagai guru, bila kita bercakap tentang konten, kita kena kaitkan juga dengan Allah sentiasa. Jadi kalau bayangkan you sebagai seorang cikgu, you mengajar fizik, katakan macam saya, 40 minit dalam kelas, you tak pernah sebut nama Allah sekalipun. 40 minit. Kita rasakan itu ada tanggungjawab cikgu fizik ataupun pensyarah fizik. Saya buat bisnes, saya jual seluar kesihatan. Saya cerita saja seluar kesihatan ini manfaatnya begini. Yang kita tak sebut, Allah jadikan batu-batan ini ada gelombang sinar merah infrajauh. Macam mana kita manusia memanfaatkan itu yang mengurus sistem. Macam mana dengan teknologi hari ini kita boleh pecahkan batu. Saya cakap, ini yang kita kena bayar teknologi ini. Jadi ini akan membuatkan kita kan menjadi lebih, kita berilmu, kita menjadi lebih humble. Ya, cikgu pesan, dia kata kita sebagai pendidik ni, ingat kalau kita solat, kita rukuk, kita mesti humble. Mesti kita mengajar itu dengan kasih sayang. Melihat kekurangan pelajar itu dengan kasih sayang. Setiap murid kita ni ada yang kekuatannya masing-masing. Kita jangan nak fokus yang pandai sahaja, kata Cikgu Sidek. Dan saya sangat bersetuju Ya, kita dengan students yang kita kenal pasti yang bijak ini, kita bagi lebih daripada syllabus. Kita kenal pasti apa yang at least must know materials yang you give to the yang berprestasi rendah dari akademik. Dia ada kekuatan yang lain. Okey, jadi saya rasa kita sebagai guru ini sentiasalah kita mendidik. Ya, sebab saya tak pandai pantun sangat, tapi saya ingatlah kata Cikgu Sidek itu ibarat sebatang pokok tadi. Akidahnya dia kata akar ini ibarat akidah akan membentuk satu batang. Ibadah itu ibarat itu batang yang melahirkan pokok yang kuat, yang rendah, yang akan memberi manfaat kepada ramai manusia. Okey, jadi itulah sedikit pesanan cikgu. Ya, Cikgu Sidek kepada saya. Saya terima kasih juga kepada IUM kerana mengundang saya dan dapat peluang saya ingin tertanya-tanya Raif selalu tulis dekat komen tanya soalan, banyak soalan-soalan dia, saya juga yang jawab tu dulu kan, belajar dengan Cikgu Sidek. Selalu lepas siri saya selalu tanya cikgu okey tak tadi saya. Dia banyak beri inspirasi pada saya supaya saya confident untuk bercakap ya tentang apa tu Islamization of education ni. Ya, dia semua mengislamkan education ni. Ya, dengan banyak sangat ilmu yang cikgu berikan. Okay, saya sudahi dengan saya mohon maaf jika terdapat sebarang kekhilafan di sepanjang perkongsian saya sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, and those your last word, honoring. Thank you. Terima kasih banyak. And macam kata Zaila, I would also like to apologize. Okay, sebarang kekurangan pada sesi ini. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Apa duduk? Berdiri. Oh, officer.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much to all our great panel of speakers for an insightful and interesting discussion. May Allah guide and bless us to practice all the knowledge that we have learned from this forum. So we will now adjourn for a short tea break before resuming our program again soon. I'd like to invite all our guests today to have a small refreshment break outside this hall. And then I seek your kind cooperation to return to the hall at 11:00. So the refreshment is for all our guests today. Please.
Mana dah kedengaran? Bising.
moving on, we will have a brief sharing session by former student of Prof. Sidek Baba. We will begin by hearing sharing from Dr. Pangeran Hajah Nur Ashikin bin Pangeran Haji Petra. She is joining us online from Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah Institute of Education, UC Brunei Darussalam. Please welcome Dr. Dayang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Boleh dengar Okey. Ya?
Yes, betul.
Okey. Saya penyerahan Dr. Hajah Nur Ashikin Pengaji Patra, tapi juga dikenali semasa belajar kat UIA sebagai Sister Dayang Brunei, dan juga ada nama special dari Profesor Sister Intan. Bagus actually. Terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada Profesor Dr. Azam kerana menjemput saya untuk datang, bukan untuk datang secara alam maya, untuk memberikan sedikit kenang-kenangan untuk bersempena mengingatkan kepada memorial Al-Marhum Profesor Datuk Dr. Sidek Baba. Semasa Profesor Dr. Azam teks saya rasa macam hati saya macam, ya Allah, ini sanggupkah saya atau tidak? Tapi Alhamdulillah, demi untuk Profesor, saya ingin berkongsi bersama. Yang mulia juga Dr. Zaila, saya selalu masuk dalam Dr. Zaila punya program bersama dengan Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba yang selalu menyoal dengan nama Sister Dayang. Kemudian Profesor Dr. Jahdi, saya punya lecturer. Dr. Sakinah, Sister Dr. Sakinah, hope to see you actually. Yang mulia Ibu Datin Hajah Ani, Ibu apa khabar Ibu? Sister Izzah dan Brother Dr. Profesor Dr. Khairul Azmi dan lecturers, respected lecturers, dan saya sangat nervous. Saya harap saya dapat melihat anda dan semua hadirin hadirat sekalian. Baik, macam mana saya nak melakukan dulu? Perlukah saya terus mengutarakan memorial saya? Doktor? Sebab saya tidak terdengar langsung any suara daripada sana.
Thank you, Dr. Alhamdulillah. Okay, start Dr. Dayang.
Teruskan saja. Okey. Baik. Pertama, saya berjumpa dengan Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba. Itu ketika beliau mengajar modul Islamization of Knowledge. Semasa mengajar, beliau selalu membahasakan dirinya cikgu. Jadi saya tanya-tanya kenapa cikgu, sebab selalunya kan kalau di university level mesti kita membahasakan diri kita sebagai saya kah ataupun profesor kah, tapi dia membahasakan dirinya cikgu. Jadi saya rasa macam, ya Allah, mungkin orang ini humble. Jadi setiap percakapan, setiap penjelasan yang diberikan oleh Profesor Sidek Baba memang sebenarnya kalau diikutkan membaca buku, lebih baik Profesor bercakap, menjelaskan. Sebab apabila Profesor menjelaskan sangat jelas. Tapi bila kita membaca buku, macam Profesor tu menggunakan bahasa yang berlapik. Sebab Profesor adalah orang yang sangat bertamadun. Beliau sangat menjaga bahasanya. Beliau sangat bersopan santun dan selalu menyantuni pelajarnya. Kenapa saya dapat balik, itu ketika saya Viva Viva thesis. Pada masa itu, hari Jumaat, yang saya ingat, hari Jumaat, dan kemudian pada hari Jumaat berkenaan, external examiner delay, dia lambat datang. Jadi saya pun menunggu dari awal. Dari selepas main Jumaat, saya sudah ada berada di tempat Viva dan saya pun menunggu. Dan kemudian profesor datang dalam jam 2 lah macam tu. Lepas tu dia nampak saya minum air. Kemudian profesor kata, Sis Dayan, sudahlah minum air, sudahlah. Lepas tu saya kata, saya sangat-sangat nervous. Dan kemudian profesor pun beritahu, dia kata, sudahlah, simpanlah air dalam badan. Lepas tu banyak-banyak selawat, banyak-banyak membaca. And then saya sempat menjawab, sudah, Prof, banyak selawat. Okey, dah berapa kali pergi tandas? Dan saya jawab, sudah 17 kali pergi tandas. Dan lepas tu profesor cakap, sudahlah. Dan kemudian dia memberikan saya sebiji gula-gula Hex. Yang saya memang tidak berapa makan gula-gula, tapi oleh sebab profesor yang membagi, maka saya makanlah gula-gula Hex berkenaan. Dan bila makan gula-gula Hex berkenaan, saya kata, gula-gulanya pernah berkat. Gula-gulanya pernah berkat. Ya, alhamdulillah. Setelah tu, saya rasa tenang sedikit. Saya tahu tu asbab pelanggar. Okey. Actually, saya lebih suka bercakap jika ada di depan berhadapannya. Seni semacam bercakap dengan cermin sendiri. Okay. Alright. Kemudian, ketika sepanjang perjalanan belajar dengan Profesor Sidek, saya pernah diberitahu oleh adalah kolik yang mengatakan jangan ambil Profesor Sidek sebab dia selalu sibuk. Betul, tapi saya kata, saya heran macam, kenapa dikatakan begitu? Sebab setiap kali saya berjanji dengan profesor, saya sentiasa dapat berjumpa dengan profesor. Malah saya akan menunggu dia apabila Ibu Ani mengantarkan profesor ke kuliah, saya akan menunggu sama ada di lift ataupun saya akan menunggu dari bawah, dari tangga untuk naik ke atas. Dan kemudian masuk, dan kemudian bila berjumpa, dia selalu pesan, doakan cikgu, doakan cikgu, doakan cikgu. Lepas tu, bila bercakap dan berbicara dengan profesor, saya selalu tidak tahan melihat dan mendengar nasihatnya. Kerana beliau sangat-sangat mengenangkan saya kepada ayah saya. Sebab saya belajar di Malaysia pada masa itu di UIIUM, saya belajar seorang di sana, keluarga pun sekali-sekala datang. Sebab ayah saya, kalau dia bercakap dengan kami, terutama dengan saya, dia menggunakan bahasa berlapik. Jadi, apabila profesor bercakap, saya mudah terkenang kepada ayah saya. Dan pernah sekali profesor tegur, saya kata, tidak. Lepas tu baru sambung lagi balik segala perbincangan bersama profesor. Dan alhamdulillah sepanjang supervision dengan di bawah supervision profesor, alhamdulillah selain daripada ilmu, selain daripada beliau banyak memberikan isi, terutama sekali konten kepada thesis, dan beliau juga sangat mempercayai colleagues yang bekerja sama dengan beliau. Itu macam seperti pada masa itu section supervisor dan third supervisor, Profesor Dr. Ismail dan Associate Profesor Dr. Zainuddin. Beliau sangat-sangat percaya kepada kedua-dua supervisor sehingga kan beliau terus memberikan ruang. Profesor mengatakan bahawa okey, tahun ini timeline untuk Sister Dayang bersama dengan Dr. Ismail. Okay, tahun ini timeline untuk Sister Dayang bersama dengan Dr. Zainuddin. So jadi macam saya pun rasa insyaAllah dekat segala-galanya. Okey. Sifat Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba. Tipu jugalah kalau saya tidak mengatakan dia tidak pernah marah. Profesor pernah marah, tapi dia marah seperti tidak marah. Sebab dia menggunakan kata-kata nasihat. Dan Profesor selalu, ya, Profesor selalu mengatakan bahawa kita hidup sentiasa di bawah. Kalau kita nak hidup dengan berkat, kita mesti sentiasa berdoa. Sebab kita hidup di bawah naungan Allah, di bawah lindungan Allah. Jadi doa-doa. Doa selalu. Dan kemudian satu kenangan yang bukan lagi kenangan lah. Saya rasa hubungan dengan Profesor Sidek Baba ni seperti betul-betul seperti ayah. Dan ibu Aziz dengan adik-beradik, anak-anak Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba, saya rasa macam sisters dan brothers. Sebab mereka kita berhenti, mereka tidak melihat kita sebagai seorang pelajar. Mereka melihat kita sebagai saudara. Itu yang sangat-sangat saya terharu sangatlah. Dan saya sentiasa berhubung dengan Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba sehinggalah ketika beliau muda sakit parah, beliau ada mengirimkan buku-buku beliau dan selalu bertanyakan kabar. Dan alhamdulillah buku-buku yang dikirimkan itu telah dikongsikan bersama pelajar. Dan yang paling mengangkat hati ialah ketika saya tidak berapa sihat dan saya berada, saya ada main dan sebelum operation, Profesor sentiasa message, text. Malah sebelum-sebelumnya pun sentiasa bertanya kabar dan sebagainya. Dan dua kali selepas operation, waktu keadaan saya lalai sadar, Profesor text saya dan suami membacakan saya. Izinkan saya untuk membaca teks beliau. Teks beliau simpel saja. Beliau mengatakan, salam, maaf, cikgu nak sangat dengar kabar dari doktor, kalau boleh. Itu saja teksnya. Jadi bila suami mengucapkan teks tersebut kepada saya rasa macam, ya Allah, seorang cikgu mengenang anak muridnya sampai ke tahap itu. Kemudian beliau juga memalas selalu minta doakan kesihatan beliau. Tapi dalam masa beliau menteks minta doakan kesihatan beliau akan sentiasa menyelitkan doa kepada pelajar-pelajarnya. Sehingga pernah Profesor Sidek Baba, dia teks saya, sebab saya selalu teks apa khabar, sebab saya kan menganggap macam ayah. So, kalau saya bertelefon dengan ayah saya selalu cakap, apa tu, buat apa. Tapi untuk profesor saya tidaklah cakap macam tu. Saya cakap, apa khabar? Apa khabar kau? Semoga sihat. Dan doakan cikgu insya-Allah sihat. Dan kemudian doa yang dibalas balik daripada message tersebut, kalau boleh saya kongsikan, ini sebelum Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba mula sakit sakit tenat. Bukan sakit tenat, ini sakit yang tidak itulah, yang selepas itu saya berteks dengan Sister Izzah sebab Profesor tidak membalas lagi teks saya pada masa itu. Jadi teks beliau mendoakan, ya Allah ya Rabbi, peliharalah anak didikku supaya dapat mendidik warga Brunei nantinya. Jadi bayangkan dalam keadaan beliau tidak sihat, tapi beliau tetap mendoakan kita. Beliau tetap mendoakan anak-anak muridnya. Beliau tetap mendoakan semua. Jadi macam ya Allah, inilah contoh guru yang susah nak dapat sebab doa dan mendoakan itu penting. Saya rasa itu adalah memori yang sangat-sangat apa ni namanya? Saya tidak lupa lah. Okay, actually saya sedang baca message 5 hingga 7 minit. Okay, sini saya minta izin berkongsi. Minta maaf kerana manja pada tengah hari ini sebab saya memang tidak tahan menahan sebab bila kita bercerita mengenai dengan Profesor Sidek sebab Profesor Sidek merupakan seorang guru yang saya sendiri tidak terlupakan. Okey, mungkin saya akan share satu gambar, tapi dalam masa selepas saya share gambar ini, saya akan menutup saya punya memory lane dan memory lane kenangan bersama Profesor Dr. Sidek, dan saya akan menutup dengan sebuah pantun. Boleh dapat? Ini adalah semasa Profesor Dr. Sidek berada di Brunei melawat. Okey, jadi pantun saya dedikasikan untuk Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba. Let me off this share dulu. Baik. Maaf. Maaf ya. Okay. Jadi yang dapat saya, okay, ini adalah pantun yang saya dapat berikan pada hari ini untuk Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba. Anak Melayu bersopan santun, berbaju batik berkain pelikat. Banyak ilmu akan kusantun. Cikgu Sidek, you are the sir of the head. Terima kasih.
Very heartfelt memories of being a student of Prof. Sidek. Maybe all of us need a moment of pause. We are nostalgic to remember Prof. Sidek as a person of character. Okay. We will hear another sharing from Dr. Sakina Saleh, Director for the Center of Ulul Albab, Universiti Pendidikan Sultan Idris, UPSI. So Dr. Sakina is also a former student of Prof. Sidek. Right. Please welcome Dr. Sakina to your sharing.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Malika. And Dr. Azam, Dr. Khairul, Dr. Saila,
Kak Ani, and semua anak-anak Prof. Sidek Dr. Wan. I think Dr. Haniza tadi ada kan? Actually, thank you very much for me to share. Can I speak in Malay? Because I think dia lebih meresap. I don't know. But if you don't understand, please, maybe Dr. Khairul can translate. You know what? Because in class, cikgu used to speak in English, but when dia bercakap dalam bahasa Melayu, dia sangat puitis. So dia sangat meresap. Okay, the words yang disebut itu sangat kita menjiwai. Okay, so I cakap dengan Dr. Sailah, sebab sebenarnya even masa Dr. Sailah di PSI baru ni, dia share, dia kata Dr. Sakina, you sudi untuk datang untuk berkongsi. Masa tu dah sangat sebab lah, sebab ini pun dah. Baik, perjalanan saya dengan cikgu ni panjang. Ini bukan tetes air mata kan, tapi itulah. Tapi sebelum tu, okay, I would like to share my pantun. Since ramai yang mulakan dengan pantun kan. Melaka negeri kelahiran, merantau ke mu'alim, menimba pengetahuan. Anak kandung suluh budiman, Al-Marhum Profesor Datuk Dr. Sidek Baba, guru sepanjang zaman. Okay, that is my pantun. Maybe you want to reply my pantun. Okay, apa yang saya nak kongsikan saya nyatakan tadi, perjalanan saya dengan saya bahasakan cikgu sangat panjang. Waktu degree memang saya bersama dengan beliau, sempatlah sebagai deputy director, dan cikgu ni dia sangat cakna dengan pelajar-pelajar, especially international student. I'm not international student, tapi their character tu dia menyebabkan kita sangat dekat dengan dia. And then apa yang saya nak kongsikan, saya membuat keputusan untuk menyambung PhD bukan di Universiti Melaya, tetapi di IIUM. Is because salah seorang yang saya nak belajar adalah dengan Cikgu Sidek. Yes. I think I have 3 murabi icon here yang I sempat belajar mengambil ilmu even daripada degree sampailah ke PhD. Pertamanya adalah Profesor Arwah, Profesor Malik Badri, and Profesor Hassan Langgulung, and Arwah Profesor Dr. Sidek Baba. Okay, kenapa saya kata perjalanan sangat panjang? Okay, sebelum saya membuat keputusan untuk mengubah tempat PhD saya, sebenarnya saya dulu mengajar di sekolah yang mana sangat jauh, long distance perjalanan. Every morning I nak kena keluar after subuh. Jadi waktu tu cikgu di Radio IKIM. Dan setiap pagi di udara, saya memang setia mendengar Radio IKIM. Dan saya antara yang sampai awal di sekolah. Okay? Jadi daripada situlah mendengar baik-baik nasihat cikgu. Baik, salah satu yang mungkin yang saya boleh kongsikan, the humbleness part tu, yang kita katakan sifat ihsan yang ada pada cikgu. Waktu itu saya ingat saya mengajar 12 kelas SPM. Dan salah satu subjek, saya guru sejarah dan juga pendidikan Islam. Silibus pendidikan Islam, salah satu yang kita ajar pelajar adalah hadis, Islam, iman, ihsan. Dan cikgu mengupas perkataan ihsan tu sangat mendalam sehingga meresap. Tadi kalau Dr. Khairul sebut pasal water and smoke, okay, so dia sangat meresap sehingga kan saya menamakan anak saya Iman Ihsan. Ya, Iman Ihsan. Dan alhamdulillah kami direzekikan walaupun selepas saya habis PhD, saya masih lagi berhubung rapat dengan cikgu. Kebetulan rumah cikgu dekat dengan sahabat saya dan kami ada yayasan yang beribu pejabat berdekatan belakang rumah kat ni. Depan rumah ke macam mana kan. Jadi alhamdulillah sentiasa berhubung sebab selalu kami adakan kenduri ke program ke sahabat saya ni pun jadi cikgu selalu ada. Dan sempatlah saya memang anak-anak saya pun kenal cikgu ya, selalu dapatlah kalau bertemu je memang dapat kata-kata hikmah daripada cikgu. Jadi itu saya kata cikgu seorang yang sangat memberi inspirasi. Daripada saya mendengar beliau di radio, di IKIM, sehinggalah mungkin pada waktu itu tahun 2002. Dan sehinggalah saya sendiri dijemput untuk menjadi penceramah di Radio IKIM hampir setahun lebih. Waktu itu tahun 2006. Ya. Setahun lebih saya maksudnya cikgu ni betul-betul contoh yang kita ikuti. Kita menyambung legasi, ya. Dan daripada situ tadi Dr. Zailah berkongsi tentang penulisan. Cikgu sangat menggalakkan menulis. Jadi apa yang kita dapat daripada pengajaran dalam kelas sewaktu berbual dan sebagainya membuatkan saya juga terinspirasi untuk menulis. Jadi buku pertama saya ini buku pertama Islam, Iman Ihsan, Formula Kejayaan Hakiki dan Abadi. Dan dalam buku ni saya garapkan nama cikgu. Sebab cikgu lah antara orang yang sangat-sangat mendorong. Sangat mendorong. Kalau tadi Dr. Dayang berkongsi tentang bagaimana cikgu melayani pelajarnya. Saya ingat waktu tu saya sangat berada dalam kesedihan. Jadi saya call cikgu. Cikgu kat mana? Bayangkan waktu tu cikgu berada di New Zealand. Dia angkat, dia balas, Sakinah, cikgu masih kat luar negara, tak apa, nanti cikgu balik kita jumpa. And then bila kita jumpa, we don't talk about people, we talk about ideas, we talk about concept. We talk about everything yang menyebabkan kita akan masalah tu dia pergi dengan sendiri. Kita tak fikir pun masalah tu. Tetapi apa yang kita fikir, apa yang kita akan buat selepas ini. And even we don't talk about thesis, no. Okay? Jadi daripada situlah alhamdulillah cikgu selalu cakap pada saya, whatever things yang kita mungkin terlepas, kita akan dapat balik. Dia selalu meyakinkan. Jadi tadi tersebut tentang konsep ulul albab. Yang ini yang selalu cikgu bercakap dalam kelas. Okay, we talk about the concept of ulul albab tentang pentingnya kita berfikir dan sebagainya. I would like to share one of my slide. Okay. Contohnya tentang ulul albab. Yang ini juga adalah perjuangan cikgu. Dia selalu bercerita kalau tadi Dr. Jody pun dah sebut tentang pergi ke Mara dan sebagainya kan. Jadi alhamdulillah mungkin kalau saya boleh kongsikan, saya sendiri sekarang ini sebab UPSI adalah satu-satunya yang mempunyai apa kita kata PTJ ulul albab yang ada di peringkat universiti. Dan apabila saya diamanahkan untuk meneraju ulul albab yang sebenarnya pada 2 tahun yang lalu hampir nak ditutup. Okay? Tetapi saya percayalah disebabkan tu saya kata inspirasi daripada cikgu yang selalu menyatakan tentang perlunya kita berjuang, perlu kita pastikan apa sebenarnya yang kita nak buat, yang perlu kita berkongsi. Jadi hari ini saya nak dapat. Boleh? Okay. So, tak apa, nanti saya akan kongsi balik dengan konsep ulul albab tu. Okay, saya nak juga berkongsi sedikit di mana, mungkin sebelum saya kongsikan tentang slide saya tu, disebabkan macam saya kata tadi, cikgu dia banyak kata-kata yang indah, yang memberi kita dorongan, motivasi. Jadi saya menulis satu buku tentang kompas jiwa. Okay, kompas jiwa menuju jalan yang benar. Mencari jalan yang benar menuju jiwa yang bahagia. Jadi saya minta dengan cikgu lah untuk menulis prakata untuk saya. So di kesempatan ini saya nak bacakan, ya. Kalau saya mengambil masa, saya minta maaf. Boleh? Boleh? Okey. Khalifah jiwa adalah penting kepada manusia. Ia membimbing hati, nurani dan jiwa supaya manusia kekal dalam fitrah. Pembicaraan tentang hati adalah sesuatu yang menarik kerana Rasulullah SAW menyatakan dalam hadis, "Adabani Rabbi fa ahsana ta'dibi," yang bermaksud Allah mentarbiahku, maka tarbiahku adalah yang terbaik. Hadis ini memberikan penegasan tentang beradabnya manusia menerusi perhubungan hati. Hati manusia terhubung dengan hal-hal berkaitan Allah. Daripadanya terpancar nilai yang baik dan murni daripada sumber wahyu sebagai pedoman dan petunjuk kepada manusia. Islam meletakkan sumber-sumber wahyu sebagai hikmah dan pedoman supaya manusia berfikir. Ia harus mampu mencetuskan minda dan hati dalam titik harmoni yang mendorong manusia, mentertibkan hawa nafsu, menyuburkan nilai-nilai adab dan apresiasi, dan menghasilkan keinsafan yang tinggi terhadap kekuasaan Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Hati yang murni dilihat memberikan kepimpinan kepada akal dan amalan. Maksud takdib seperti yang terdapat dalam hadis itu memberi fokus tentang peri pentingnya dibangunkan hati dan jiwa supaya hati memiliki nilai-nilai fitrah seperti amanah, adil, ikhlas, tulus dan telus. Perkara ini amat penting kepada manusia sebagai teraju ataupun kompas untuk hidup. Landasan hati yang subur dalam diri apabila dijadikan amalan, ia bakal memberi ketenangan dan mengekalkan manusia dalam keadaan fitrah. Okay. Jadi itu adalah nukilan cikgu. Boleh. Jadi apa yang untuk saya nak nyatakan di sini adalah cikgu sebenarnya, sebab saya juga adalah cikgu, ya, dia mengajar kita secara tidak langsung bagaimana untuk kita berperanan sebagai guru. Okey. Jadi salah satulah kalau cikgu tadi macam saya kata, walau jauh dia berada, dia tetap melayani kita. Okey. So cikgu sebut pasal Andalusia, cikgu sebut tentang ulul albab dan sebagainya. Jadi inilah antara yang saya rasa saya bawa legasi daripada beliau. Di mana kita sekarang ini, even di peringkat pendidikan, di peringkat KPT, di peringkat KPM, kita bawa gagasan ini. Dan alhamdulillah, kalau kita sudah pun berjaya untuk mengadakan konsep ulul albab di sekolah-sekolah, especially sekolah menengah. Saya bercakap di sekolah kerajaan, konsep ulul albab di sekolah menengah, even mungkin dekat universiti pun, contoh UIA adalah satu contoh yang terbaik. Dan kita ada lompang di situ, salah satunya adalah di peringkat sekolah rendah dan juga di peringkat tadika. Jadi alhamdulillah, saya percaya Kak Ani, doa cikgu. Doa cikgu menyebabkan saya berada di tempat yang saya berada sekarang ini untuk menggalas amanah yang selalu dia berkongsi. Jadi alhamdulillah, kalau sekarang ini banyak yang telah kita realisasikan dan saya dengan tim menggerakkan, kita panggil in English ulul albab junior. Okay? Dan di peringkat tadika juga alhamdulillah, kita juga sudah pun menghasilkan kurikulum yang kita namakan Andalusia 2.0. Yang ini adalah konsep, gagasan, dan saya juga bersama-sama dengan Rektor IIUM, iaitu Datuk Profesor Osman Bakar. Dia pun bersama-sama dengan projek ni. Dan apa yang saya nak kongsikan adalah apa yang cikgu sering nyatakan kat kelas. Kalau pelajar-pelajar dia sebut tentang Al-Khawarizmi dan semua tu. Jadi semua ini kita lihat barokah ilmu. Apa yang saya nak katakan, it is not about project, it is about barokah ilmu yang cikgu sampaikan kepada pelajar-pelajar beliau. Dan salah seorang daripadanya adalah saya. Menjadinya saya hari ini sebahagiannya adalah daripada bergurunya dengan cikgu. Saya nak memetik kata-kata. Sorry, saya dah ambil masa. Mungkin masa dah habis kan. Okey, saya menutup perkongsian saya dengan sajak daripada Usman Awang. Berguru di padang datar, dapat rusa berbelang kaki. Berguru kepalang ajar, bagai bunga kembang tak jadi. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We can open the floor for any question or answers. Question. If you have any question to our panelists or speaker for today, pose a question. Or maybe you yourself want to share something about having been a student of Prof. Sidek. If you have a question, please introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and your whatever you want to say.
Especially the family of the world. I know that having all assistants who get them come here also the lecturers. I just want to share perhaps some of the things that I've learned, and I'm sure most of the students who are here have already known the Al-Marhum very well, and I'm sure you carry his knowledge, his legacy in your thesis. But the Hamid Ishrati's thesis now, most of the things that I've read from his thesis are mostly coming from, I can say, is a reflection of the Al-Marhum's views and ideas. So alhamdulillah. Basically what I want to share is basically the last moment that I can remember of the Al-Marhum. I think you all know, you've seen the books outside, right? That is all his work. There are more actually. And I remember that he actually gave them for free. I asked the children to want to sell, and then he said that these are the things that he wants to spread. And the books are the only thing that he's giving to all of us. So I think one of the things that we need to remember is that knowledge is very valuable. And if it is shared, it is more valuable, it has a higher value. If it is shared and is practiced, like what Dr. Sakina has mentioned just now. I don't know whether I should say other things, but I hope that you can see that most of his graduates, the alumni, almost everyone know him very well. And I think they all hold good position, and they continue the development and advancing of knowledge. And we thank him for that. And I do hope that for those of you who are new here and maybe you don't have the chance to meet him, please take the chance to read his work. In education, he's a big name, especially in Malaysia. If you want to know, when we talk about Rabbani education, these are all his ideas. Especially when we talk about Islamic philosophy of education, that is his idea. So I think it is important that we all understand how he defined the foundations of Islamic education, which we all need to carry on. Because most of our students who are from all over the country, especially in the world, when you go back, you have to develop Islamic education. So the point is, what kind of Islamic education that you are going to develop and advance? So he has provided that foundations for you. Because the concept of pen, concept of knowledge and education is not the same for the West and for the Muslim and Islamic education. So you have to know what they are. And sometimes you may have to redefine in the context of your own country and culture. And he has given that to his work. So I would recommend you all to learn and understand his views and thoughts and his philosophy, like what our current rector says about Islamic epistemology. You have to know what is the Islamic epistemology of your area of expertise. What kind of men do you want to produce? What kind of insan do you want to produce? And that can only be done if you know and understand who is that person that you want to produce in this world. And I believe that really Al-Marhum has done a lot of videos, books, and written a lot of books which I think should be shared lah. So I do hope the children of the Al-Marhum to continue to share his knowledge. I know he has numerous videos he kept on sharing with me almost every week. I hope that this be placed in a platform which is accessible to all, especially to the educators in Malaysia or even in the Muslim world. But I hope we can do that because putting in YouTube kadang-kadang takut dia unlisted. So if you need a platform, we can also help you. We hope to perhaps also, we have a corner of the late Pak Aziz. We hope to also have a corner for the late Al-Marhum. Perhaps we can have one in the our library and also at the resource center. So with that, I think I thank Dr. Madia and I invite the rest who want to share or maybe ask questions from his former students to share experience, maybe Dr. Wamazati or Dr. Naza. I'm not sure because I had the chance to meet him. Dr. Jafar definitely met him many times. Dr. Wamazati, if you want to share.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Dr. Wan Madwan Yusuf, just retired 2 weeks ago from ILP. Okay, I took my PhD here in education, so I know almost everybody except the new ones. And there's so many new ones here now. So my first semester in this university, I took 3 classes with Cikgu Sidek. Thinking classes, I forgot the name. Teaching of thinking, something like that. Okay. And philosophy and also Islamization of education. And of course, he's a person who likes to tell stories, and we gain a lot of knowledge from his stories. Okay. And I think the thing that he always stressed is to produce a person who know how to manage the self and manage the world. Okay. And then he said that how to manage the self is you need to know Fardu Ain. Okay, you learn knowledge that is Fardu Ain, and to manage the world is Fardu Kifaya, knowledge that is under Fardu Kifaya. And he also said that how to manage the self is to be an abd of Allah, and to manage the world is to be the Khalifa of Allah. Khalifah in this dunya. And he liked to tell stories of his experiences. And at that time when I started to take my PhD here, that was after the PMX was sacked from the government, and because of his close relationship with PMX, he told us a lot of stories about him and his experience in Kemunteng. Okay, I remember he told us how he was tortured in Kemunteng, I think for 2 weeks, I think. And he has this idea of producing an education, the aim of education is to produce a balanced human. And this is very in line with our FPK, Falsafah Pendidikan Kebangsaan. And he strives to do that, and because he also teach about thinking, and because it's goal to produce Muslim that can be considered as ulul albab. And I think he is very passionate about his goals, and he tried to achieve it, and try also to teach students to do so and to continue his legacy. I think many of his students now, because my classmates, they are in good position now and to continue his legacy. I think that's all. Thank you so much.
Oh, the next my admin. You can share.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I just want to share, my name is Dr. Ismail from Career of Education. I just
I have a story to tell.
okay, yeah. Just for a few minutes. Yeah, I will be sharing my experience from being an international staff here. I would like to say that Prof. Sidek Baba was a great leader. He was a great leader. I did not take any class with him, but I'm proud that I was there at the College of Education during his year. Yeah, and I would like to share with you what we international students, we have been saying about him, especially during his time when he was a student. That was the only time that international students were able to get all the international scholarship. This is what I heard from my city, because was the deputy rector and the president was Abu Suleiman. And that moment, I think that's only the last chance, last memory that lasted in our memory till now. And now people are still saying that we hope, we're able to reverse it back. To have the Nico Barber and all the international students able to have a scholarship. And I think it's a legacy that no one can take that one from you. Whatever kind of good deed that he has done, I think that part is enough for him to demand anything from Allah. Because those of my seniors that are almost 20 years, 30 years, we still remember the moment till now that any single international student that enter IU at that time, you will definitely have a scholarship. So due to the condition now, probably you don't have that kind of opportunity anymore. So, but during this time, there are any single international student able to get a scholarship. So, for that, I think it's enough for him in front of Allah to demand anything in front of Allah. Thank you.
To the next session, we now have the pleasure of Professor Dr. Paris. Paris Ismail. His closing remarks and to launch the Sidek Baba Research Grant, Community-Based Research Grant. So please welcome the Paris and company backers. So thank you very much.
Betul. Betul ni. Kita kat mana sini? Boleh, ada boleh. Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. So I guess let us maybe begin by making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive and bless the soul of our mentor, my mentor and teacher, Al-Marhum Professor Dr. Sidek Baba. Al-Fatiha. So, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. I'm very honored and humbled to be part of this program look at Al-Marhum Professor Dr. Sidek Baba contributions not only to IIM but also to the education, knowledge, as well as the country and the Ummah, inshallah. So again, on behalf of the university, I would like to, of course, welcome the family members of the Al-Marhum Professor Sidek, of course, Datin, Ali, and thank you very much for coming, and the family members. The Dean of School of Education and her team, the staff and students of School of Education, brothers and sisters. So indeed, I would like to congratulate the Kuliah of Education for organizing this very, I would say, important and meaningful event for us to honor Al-Marhum Professor Sidek Baba on his long-standing contribution in the field of education, particularly Islamic education and life motivation, youth character building, as a teachers, colleagues. I remember, because I worked with him quite very long time. Since he was the deputy rector in charge of student affairs, beginning in 1994. That is when I started as the deputy dean of student affairs of the Kuliah of Engineering at that time. So we have many meetings, including organizing SRC elections, and also handling welfare of our students, both Malaysian students and international students at that time. And one thing that I learned from Cikgu Sidek is, his philosophy of education is always more on, he said, the takdik part. How to mold the behavior of the students, rather than knowing him as the deputy director of student affairs. He was in charge also of discipline of the student. He can take the other part, which is more punitive, punishing, but normally in my experience with him, he is going more on the tarbiyah part, giving, open up the mind of students, giving them reasons, rationalize with the students. As remember, students those days are different from students nowadays. At that time, they do not have TikTok and Facebook. So right now, our students are busy handphone. At that time, they do not have handphone, so they are busy doing something else. So we at the time as administrator of the university face different type of challenges. So that's why I learned from Cikgu Sidek that, he always go that path of compassionate, giving understanding to the students, trying to change their perspective. And I remember a normal story that he mentioned to us in many meetings is, there was one student who sort of making trouble to the university. He said that he called the student, give him teh tarik first, some good meals, and then let's talk. So I think at the end of the day, according to Cikgu Sidek, I think a few years after that, they become friends. Starting from tension, enemy type, and then at the end become friends, colleagues, consulting each other, learning from each other. So I think that is what I learned the most from our Al-Marhum. And that one, partly, he was taking care of the students. But on the intellectual side, I learned, of course, epistology topics from him. Many times when he comes to our kuliah, in our ibadah camp, I think he will talk about the Islamic epistemology that we have to put in our curriculum. I think that one I can testify. Most of the presentation that I attended, his slide will have the word of epistemology. I'm not sure whether all of you, but it's my experience. Whenever I attended his lecture, in his slide, there will be one slide that talk about epistemology. So then, of course, very much, again, he's talking about holistic education, not only in the classroom, but how to mold the students. Talking about integrated curriculum. So let me mention a few things that maybe some of you knows, many do not know. He is very instrumental, number one, in establishing the Darul Quran program for our university. So I think with his effort, and may Allah SWT bless him, give him Jannah, paradise. And with his effort, then we have the program until today, that we admit students first to Darul Quran in Kuala Lumpur Baru. That the students, these are top students that are going to do medicine, engineering, of course, top students also do Islamic studies, education. Okay, so they first go to Darul Quran, complete their memorization, then after that join our CFS. So I think this is his effort. In fact, towards the end, in my interaction with him, he was working very hard to set up a University of Quran. I think he mentioned to me a few times. They said that one of his next objective is to have University Quran, or Quran University, or in such manner. So I think he has been, I think this some of the things that he was having this vision to have. And talking about the Kuliah of education, to tell you, because I was the Sidek at the time, education was just part of Kuliah of Islamic Religious Knowledge and Human Sciences, just a department of education at the time. And true enough, Al-Marhum, he, one of the key person who really pushed for education to become a Kuliah. So of course, there are history behind it, ups and downs, but he is one of the person that really push the university, to upgrade it to Kuliah. So I guess, then of course, later on, I think I received 2 bags of his books and publications. And until today, I have not finished reading. Maybe I feel very guilty. But I think his Jariah, I think this is Jariah. I think And if you go to my office now also, you can see the books, at least 6 to 10 of them, written by them, and say that he gave it to me, asked me to read and digest those books. And of course, if you go even to the setting up of the falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan also, I'm very sure he is part of the group that was talking about falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan. And if you read that falsafah pendidikan kebangsaan, I think because Malaysia is a multi-religion, multinational, we cannot put Islam there. But if you read it word by word, then everything is very Islamic there. Kepercayaan kepada Tuhan, and akhlak, and keharmonian, and sejahtera, whatever. Everything is very, very Islamic in that falsafah if you really read it. So I hope that his legacy, I think, is very, very important, and that's why I very, very happy, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless the Kuliah for having this very important seminar. Truly, I think he's our mentor, he's our example, and of course, we have also lost many of our mentors, the founder of our university. So I guess this type of seminar is very important for us to refresh, revitalize, and to enhance the original mission of our education. Indeed, I guess education is very, very important for the society, and very much so right now. When the society, the country, as well as the world at large are facing a new challenges, and that really, put more importance and emphasis on good education, education that is true education. And of course, I think from Islamic point of view, I think our source is Quran and Sunnah, and of course the source of revelation coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So at the end, we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that all the efforts of Al-Marhum Cikgu Sidek, I think, will be blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will forgive his soul. He has done his job. Now, I think we, especially the young ones, I am also leaving very, very soon. So the young ones, the students, the young staff, I think now it is our amanah, it is our duties to continue this mission and vision, so that I think our effort in giving the Islamic education from Islamic perspective, from Tawhidic epistemology, from the holistic point of view, with the model of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the Sahaba. I think it is now our amanah, I think, to really put this in place and implement this for our new generation, for the future leaders of the country and for the Ummah. So may Allah bless the soul of our mentor, our teacher, our father, Al-Marhum Cikgu Sri Baba, and may Allah bless all of you. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Prof. Ismail, for that closing speech. It is with great excitement that I stand before you today to launch a grant that holds promise of transforming our community for the better. In honoring Prof. Sidek Baba, we not only remember a remarkable individual, but also embrace the value he cherished: compassion, dedication, and commitment to making a difference.
Dengan segera dan ajak
launching Yes, today we have had the opportunity to collaboratively honor not just from Sidek remarkable intellect. Yes, today we have had the opportunity to collaboratively honor not just Prof. Sidek remarkable intellect, but also his steadfastness, kindness, mentorship, and passion for teaching, which will forever resonate in the hearts of those who were fortunate enough to learn from him. To share one anecdote. There was once I went to his house and he said, Fadiha, you should be a lecturer. His words came true. Alhamdulillah. May the memories live on in our hearts, in our actions. So on behalf of Department of Social Foundation and Educational Leadership, Kuliah of Education, we thank you for your presence and contribution to this memorial seminar, the tribute to the life and legacy of Prof. Sidek. We have a small token of appreciation to give to our esteemed speakers and guests for today. First, we invite Dr. Khaira Azami, Yang Berbahagia Datin Rahani Alim, to receive a small token of appreciation from the Kuliah of Education. Dr. Satina San, Director of Center for Ulul Albab, University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. Thank you, Doctor, for your sharings. Syekhul Dr. Jody. Jadi hantu department.
Dia ada cuci makan.
Sini banyak. Hey, yuk.
That's why it's for Haris. Hadiah sebab berjalan tadi. Thank you everyone for your time and your presence. We highly appreciate it. Inshallah, may the ideas and inspiration from Prof. Sidek continues to be born in our hearts and actions. All right. We have a small lunch, not very small, very gandil. For the VIPs and also students, I think, sorry. For the VIPs in our counseling lab next door. All of you are invited to have a lunch. Thank you very much. We end our session with Surah As.
Thank you.